live before, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I also am gonna set up a TikTok live, so give me a second to set that up. You can see my little phone. Let's move you down so you're looking at my books and not my clothes, because who cares? I don't even know how to see anything on here. What is this? No, I'm not sharing my screen. That's silly. Monday. Whoops. Not here to play TikToks. Set this up. My phone case is falling apart, which is lovely and fun. I also know it's so early in the States, so the likeliness of anyone joining either live is so unlikely. Hello. So now that I have that set up, you're gonna see my books. Hello. You're not gonna see me very well because maybe I should move this up a little bit on YouTube, because I'm streaming on both YouTube and TikTok, and I've never done a YouTube live stream before, so this is a little scary. Basically, I don't have it in me to make videos right now. I don't have the time or the energy. I don't feel up to it. So I did move house. This is not a dirty tissue. This is to wipe the books. Because a lot of them have been in a bin that when I took them out, it was dirty and gross, and I didn't like that. And yeah, I'm just sitting in a hoodie. Didn't dress up or anything like I usually do for videos, at least YouTube videos. I like to look a little bit cuter, but don't feel up to that right now. So for those on TikTok, welcome. For those on YouTube, welcome. And I was saying that because I've not been up to like actually making a well filmed and edited video, I'm still working on like I interview local bookshops and stuff like that. I'm still working on doing that. Those videos, it's just all this stuff is going to take longer, not just because I'm busy, mostly because I'm busy, but I just haven't. Listen, life has gotten in the way of just not feeling up to doing things. So these are the books I still have to kind of organize. I've not really, you might be able to see the ones behind here that I've not really organized on these shelves. I'm worried that they are going to break the shelves and be too heavy. I don't have them organized in order of like when I'm going to read them. One video I know I'm going to be up to doing soon that, I have already started working on because I'm reading one of the books, is I'm doing a video. Sorry. Some man asked something. I'm doing a video where I read the books that my friends and family recommend. So I'm already in the middle of reading those books. And so once I finish those, I am going to make that video. That is a video I know I'm going to be up to doing in these next couple of months. But like I said, I'm not going to be up for a lot. I just haven't felt up for doing videos. But I do still want to do my interviewing bookshops. I will definitely, I'm still like in the middle of doing that kind of stuff. So I'll still do it. These are not, like I said, they're not organized in order of when I'm going to read them. How to Kill Your Family is one that was recommended by a family member, interestingly enough. So that's one that's going to be in that video. So I'm going to bring that out to the front. I'm not stacking them as high as I can on this shelf because I am nervous about it, because it is like dipping down a bit with these books already on it. 1984, I don't know if I've ever told that story that at work they had 1984. I started reading it and then I never got to finish it because the end of the workday, and also I had to do work and stuff. So How to Kill Your Family, Naive Super is probably the next one I'm going to read. And The Girls is another one that was recommended by a friend. So that's on there. These are probably in the next 3 books I'm gonna read. Gideon the Ninth is up here. I just put it up there for some reason. So I do have to read Harrow the Ninth, and I also really want to read Paladin's Grace. I've heard great things. My Sister the Serial Killer is another one that was recommended by, yeah, they're dusty and stuff, so I am. From the move, so I am going to wipe them down. My Sister the Serial Killer is one that was recommended by a friend, so I might include that in that video, but I've already read another book that friend recommended, so I'm trying to, like, I don't know, I want to make that video sooner rather than later, just because I'm not making videos right now, and it's kind of, I don't know, like, I'm not making it because I'm not in the best headspace, but it's not helping, you know what I mean? So, Book of Night, because I love Holly Black. I think I'm just going to start stacking some over next to it, because like I said, I'm worried about stacking too much on here because it gets heavy. Fireborn's a book I've had forever that I really need to read. I'm a little nervous just because, I mean, it's YA, so it should be fine. I have found that a lot of YA fantasy, I don't know if it's just because of romantasy being heavily focused on the smut, that it can tend to be like insta lust and insta romance, that it doesn't have that tension and pining, and then it doesn't also sometimes have good world building. I'm talking about the popular ones, which, to be fair, their authors are, for lack of a better word, shitty people anyway. So hold on, let me, hello. Something was on my YouTube live stream. Like, I don't know if this is even on, but hopefully it's on and you can hear me. I can see that TikTok's working clearly. So Fireborn, I'm also especially nervous because it's a dragon story, and I haven't liked, everyone knows I hate Fourth Wing. I think the author, I mean, she's problematic and she's a weirdo as well. I shouldn't say that, because being a weirdo isn't a bad thing, but she's weird in problematic ways. So, so it makes me nervous, but like I was saying, it being YA, I feel like it won't be as focused on the smut, which I'm not a Puritan. I don't care about that stuff. I say this stuff all the time. But at the same time, I don't know. I just feel like I haven't been into a lot of I really liked Piranesi. I read Piranesi. That's another one that was that's going to be on my friend's recommendation video, books recommended by friends and family video. Again, I probably won't have any like long form videos out until like August. I just haven't felt up to it. I just really have not been in that headspace. I've been also very busy, so that's another thing. And I don't want to put videos out that are rushed or anything. So, but this was not recommended by a friend, so this doesn't have to be in that video, and I'm going to put that back here. I'm trying to, like, I don't know, maybe I need to reorganize this. I think I will reorganize this to, on this shelf, it'll be the books that I know I want to read soon. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me see. I haven't read any of the comments, if there have been any. What do you guys think for organizing these? Should I put on this shelf the books that I want to read soon, or should I stack them on a pile behind me? Sorry, I realize I'm sitting in front of that. I do have shorts on, just to be clear. I'm sitting in front of this pile, and I was thinking about putting the books that, like, I'm a little more hesitant to read and don't like, I'm not itching to read, in that pile, and the books that I really want to read in this pile. But maybe having them stacked next to me would be easier. I don't know, like easier access, I guess. The A Clock Stopped Dead is one that it's very cozy book. It looks like a very cozy mystery book. And I think these are ones that I like to read around the holidays for some reason, or if I'm on holiday. So I might put that in the side. Ones I'm stacking aside. Well, these ones, like, I'm gonna put forward the ones I know I'm gonna read next. There's so many, like this one I know I want to read soon. So yeah, I'm actually gonna stack on here the ones I want to read soon, and then I'll have in this pile the ones that I'm not like really itching to read. In these piles back here. A Sorceress Comes to Call I'm interested in. I got it because when I got Paladin's Grace, most of these books are either from used bookstores or local bookstores. I do obviously get books from Waterstones sometimes, and I got this one from Waterstones. I had a 10-pound credit, so this one was like yeah, this is £9, so it was like free. And then it was buy one, get one half off. So I got Sorceress Comes to Call. They only had the one with sprayed edges. And it was the book of the month. So I also got like a free cafe drink, which was nice. Yeah, I am going to stack on here the ones I am itching to read and put over here the ones that I'm a little more hesitant. So Legendborn is one I'm itching to read. Here the Ninth, after reading Getting in the Ninth, yes. I do want to read, it's like the anniversary of Agatha Christie's death, which is really sad, but there's been a lot of like events and that kind of stuff. And I have Towards Zero. I read her book of short stories. Hold on, there's a bookmark in Harrow the Ninth and I've not started reading it. So, oh, it's just from the bookstore I got it from. Very cute. It's a queer bookstore. The Bookish Type, highly recommend. I've done a video on them if you want to check it out on my YouTube channel. I definitely have more viewers on TikTok than YouTube, which like I said, I've never been live on YouTube before. I don't know how it, oh, this one has a bookmark in it as well. I didn't know this bookstore. I have, all of my bookmarks are, I swear, given to me from local bookstores. Another amazing reason to go to local bookstores is, hold on, I think I had, thank you for the likes. Tilly. Oh no, I didn't know that there was a summary. I thought there was a question. But yeah, all these bookmarks are from local bookstores, and that's another reason why I love shopping local. Just there's so many reasons, obviously, to shop local. But I am setting this up so like the ones I want to read sooner are forward and here. I'll put these ones I do want to read that I'll put back there. These ones I want to read. This is Chain Gang All Stars. Definitely want to read that soon. These two, actually, one of my friends back in the States said this was actually pretty decent. Cressley Cole books. She got into those. This one's one that I feel like can wait a bit. Modern Fairies isn't one that I'm like, oh, I have to read that. And Jane Austen, I haven't read a Jane Austen in a minute. Persuasion's still my favorite, but maybe I still haven't read Northanger Abbey, still haven't read Sense and Sensibility, which is over here. So Dance of Thieves I got a long time ago, it was like 2 years, at the Minstergate bookshop, and I still haven't read it. So I am going to put that on here. Tempest of Tea is the one I'm really itching to read as well. These all are ones I really want to read. Sorcerer's Comes to Call, Paladin's Grace. I think there's another bookmark in here. Yes. I love free bookmarks from local bookstores. I will use anything as a bookmark, but if I have a bookmark, I will use a bookmark. Bunny, I still have to read Bunny. Here's Sense and Sensibility. I have to read that. That's probably one. I'll probably read that before Northanger Abbey. Beloved by Toni Morrison is definitely one. I have been saying for months I'm going to read that next. And I haven't. So I really have to. It wasn't recommended by a friend, so it's not going to be in that video, but I might read it around the same time anyway. 7 Year Slip, I feel like is going to make me sad, so I might put that one off. Earthsea is one I definitely really want to read. I'm going to put that under here, though. Iron Widow is one I know I have to read. The Will of the Many is over here. You might see that. This one is, I will say, Jesus Christ, I'll have to fix that. That's really funny that happened on live because this has been sitting here fine for weeks. The Will of the Many is, I'm so discombobulated, and I've literally, like I said, I've not been making videos because I've not been in a good headspace, and then that just happened, and I'm not going to react. So, The Will of the Many, it's not necessarily the most intimidating book on my TBR in the sense that I'm not intimidated by Jane Austen because I've read a lot of Jane Austen, but I do have like Shakespeare and stuff, which I've read Shakespeare, but like, I don't know, just because it is the play format and not a format I usually read, probably a bit more intimidating than Will of the Many, but this is definitely the biggest book on my TBR, but it's not the biggest book I've ever read, so it's going to really bother me to have this leaning on me, and I'm low-key so annoyed that it fell. So I didn't put that much on it. So you get to sit here while I fix this. So I really don't like this angle of me. So in the way that it's just not an angle I would usually be in on the internet. You usually just see the top half of me. And I don't mean that in like a self-loathing way, and just like I don't like being on the internet, which is a weird thing to say considering I post on the internet, but I don't like the internet to see too much of me, because people on the internet are weird. And I always talk about how I keep my private life private and all that stuff. I'm just going to, I think maybe it just couldn't handle the extra hangers because like I said, it's been like this for weeks and been fine. So let me just move those hangers. It could also be because I was sitting next to it. Just checking to see. Oh, I have like 100 likes on TikTok. So thank you. And YouTube, don't know why the YouTube's not doing much, but that's okay. More books that I know I'm going to read soon. Intermezzo, I've been saying forever that I need to read soon. I do have a book on Palestine, and I have This Is Not a Drill, which is a book on global climate change. So I'll put those right here because I definitely want to read those soon. I've been doing a lot of nonfiction this year. The Midnight Library was recommended to me, but it's not one that I'm itching to read. This Woven Kingdom, I am both itching to read it and nervous because of, like I was saying, about my feelings on romantasy right now. These are the books that were in the bottom of that bin, so they're very, very dusty, and I don't love that. So you want to talk about race? We'll put that with the other nonfictions. Now here comes the Shakespeare's. I have The Merchant of Venice. I have, I believe this is, yes, The Taming of the Shrew. That is such a pretty copy of The Taming of the Shrew. I've made videos on this before, but it has, are we sure? Illustrations in here that are so cunty. Maybe I can't say that on there. Sorry. I don't have a filter. So yes, so I have this copy of Taming of the Shrew that I got from Minstergate Bookshop. I have a lot of really beautiful copies of books from my like most beautiful copies of books are used books from Minstergate Bookshop. So this is Measure for Measure. And I know I have Hamnet. Yep, here's Hamnet. So these are the Shakespeare books I still have to read. So I'm going to put these aside over here. And I have Metamorphosis by Kafka. I really want to read Letters to Melina, but I have not. So I'm going to put that. Actually, I'm not itching to read that, which I know I should, but I'm just not. I got this one from Afrori Books in Brighton. They were at risk of shutting down. They're a Black-owned bookstore that specializes in selling books by Black authors. And so I got this one, and that's also where I got... Where did I put that? Hello? Oh, it's over here. Legendborn. So I got these two books from Afrori Books, and highly recommend either going to Brighton and getting these books or ordering them online, because that's how I did get mine. Arthurian Legends and Myths is one I got from Minstergate Bookshop. This is more of a coffee table book to me. I will read it, but I might actually genuinely put this on the coffee table because I have, you know, had that Arthurian legend phase, and this is a book I'm definitely not reading. So, I had that Arthurian legend phase with Arthurian myths and legend. I think everybody who was into Merlin may have had an Arthurian legend phase, but I really like, it's just a collector's edition, really pretty, and I will still read it. To Kill a Kingdom, I don't know much about. I will read it eventually. This I don't know anything about. When I ordered Naive Super, I got it from Vinted, and they threw in this book of short stories as well, so I might put that one over here. You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight is one of my newer books, so it's not dusty, but by Kaylin Bayron. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong. She wrote Cinderella is Dead, which I really like, so I got this one. It is a YA, thriller, I believe, and I have been more into thrillers lately, so I'm definitely going to read that soon. It's very short, so I know that's one that I'll get through quickly. And finally, ow, I just closed my hand in this book. Not finally, because I have other books, but this is one I'm going to read soon. Yesteryear, I was waiting for it at the library, but then I saw it at the bookstore on sale, so I got it. It was heavily recommended by a friend, so if I'm able to get through it by the time I feel up to doing that recommended by friends video, that'll be in there, but it also might not. Mansfield Park, another Jane Austen, but a really pretty copy of it. Like I said, from Minstergate Bookshop, I got some of my prettiest copies. Anything heavier, I'm going to put over here too, just because obviously these shelves, these portable clothes racks, can't handle a lot because you saw that one fall on me. And then this is The Second Death of Locke. One I have to read soon, so I'm going to put that over yesteryear because I definitely need to read that. And Harold the Ninth, because I've already read Gideon the Ninth, I need to read that soon as well. Agatha Christie, I do, like I said, I want to read Agatha Christie soon, but I don't really want to read any tennis books right now, so I'm putting that back there. And that is my books all organized. I'm going to put the bookmarks I have, like I said, from different used bookstores I've been to in the past couple of years. The Bookish Type, Holdfast Bookshop, Criminally Good Books. These are all really good bookstores that I would recommend. I'm going to put my Arthurian Legend. I'm honestly going to put it on the coffee table. And then this is LeVar Burton says read banned books, which so do I. So this live was not very long. And to be honest, like I said, I've not felt up to doing videos and all that stuff. You can see it. The books I organized, that is my air purifier. So thanks for everyone who has joined. Thanks for the likes on TikTok. I don't think anyone really joined on YouTube, but I think this saves. I might edit out the part where that falls on me. If not, if it's super entertaining. If I look like shit this entire video, sorry. Like I said, I've not really felt up to filming or doing anything. So, but also been really busy when it comes to filming long YouTube videos and all that stuff. So that's all. Bye. Ending TikTok first. Yay, hooray. Oh, I had comments. I didn't see my comments on TikTok. Just some guy that said hey. It's always just some guy that says hey. Love it. Or some guy asking, are you single? Like, what do you, like, this is, what do you think's gonna happen? Anyway, bye.